This is your WW3 news. Regarding about Italy, there's been a few strange events which gives you the idea when a nation's going to face a possible war or possible major event which will create chaos to or false flag event. Now, tomorrow, as I probably mentioned, here in Italy, you'll be needing a digital ID to have access on the so-called adult websites. Yes, you know it. Naked ladies with their hooters out and God knows what else you may discover. Well, they say it's to protect our children from pornography. Kiddies, they can always use their, what you would call it, mums and dads' devices. Or this is just a clamp down on us to control us, the first steps. And the second thing, Agcom, which it's a bit like that thingy bob in England, which is the authority which regulates the telecommunications in those countries. Our one's called Agcom. Influencers who has more than 500,000 people written to their, what you would call it, account. They have to register in a special so-called register for these people. And you must not have more than 1 million likes in a certain period of time. And you have to follow a certain ethical conduct. Vadawakam thingy bob. Otherwise, transgressors will be fined up to 600,000 euro. And yeah, it is becoming ridiculous. First it was all free market, all of a sudden these people have to register themselves as a special register who practice this type of profession on the web. And another thing which is important, on the 17th of November, here in Italy, at Rome, the President of the Republic, Sergio Mattarella, is going to have a special union or meeting with all the top military brass of Italy and even ministers of the government as well. Main issue on the table, the war in Ukraine and escalation events in the Middle East. And obviously one of the issues of the day is hybrid warfare, so-called misinformation on the population by third parties. Obviously they're going to refer to the Russians. The most misinformation you can get is probably from your own government. And this sounds like they are preparing slowly the grounds to the population to enter in some type of situation of emergency, national emergency, war, cyber attacks, God knows what. Here in Italy, when they start doing these things, that means they are behind something, there's something serious behind it. And obviously they know the Russians are advancing more further towards the west. Or they're just preparing us for war. Conscription, draft and all that shit. What here in Italy and many other countries, they had to introduce military service. To teach youngsters discipline. because down on this one bunch of cunts. It's not just that. These are, you know, there's little signs for a nation sooner or later will face a type of a war scenario, and whatever type it is. You know, it's all sinister and mysterious, and it's not exactly receiving really good vibes from our politicians, which are a bunch of scumbags. Because, you know, I'll tell you, when it comes to contingency plan, they will draft you. Although there's places where there are loads of illegals, they're going to draft them. Because how many of them are going to run away to their own fucking country as soon as they get spooked? Mind you, why do you think they get these things free hotels, free everything? Because I don't think you're going to get things for free from you illegals. Because in the end, they will come knocking on your door. Who fed you? Who clothed you? Who gave you pocket money? You have to give that in return with interest. And that means fighting a white man's war. The African population who indulges in the white man's, you know, culture and all the negative effects which it has on them. Open your eyes, they're using you, mate. As simple as that. That's what they're using us. We are pawns on, chessboards. Cannon folder. Get my drift, mate. The fact is, going back, 90% won't survive any type of catastrophic event. One, they're not prepared, and obviously, at the end of the day, the government can't save you. It's impossible. You got to think, what type of government's going to be after a certain scenario catastrophe of apocalyptic proportions? Nothing. Mad Max. Who knows? Probably new society, dystopian. You never know. All these events is a man-made World War III.